Hello beautiful people, you are welcome back again to my channel. Nice meeting you here once again. It's my pleasure to have you here. Now if you are here and you are here to subscribe to my channel, kindly help me hit the subscribe button and also turn on your notification bell. Thank you so much. God bless you. Now, report reaching us now allegedly now is that they said, we know that this issue of, if a priest will come, will warn, pastors will come, will warn, everybody, have been coming around, warning that they should make sure that Queen Naomi and Tadenikawo returns back to the palace. The warning has been on, not today. Different messages coming every time. Brasilia Sia will come, will talk. Ifa priest will come, will talk. Elders will come, will talk. Different people have been coming, to tell Oni and Queen Naomi that, Queen Naomi and Tadenikawo has to return back to the palace, for things to be stabilized, And now that the twin has arrived, these twins that God has blessed Oni with has arrived. And, I brought a story where I said that they said Tadenikawo has to come to the palace to, kind of, welcome his brother. Yes, that Tadenikawo has to come to the palace to welcome his brother officially with some kind of ritual that he will do, for the boy, as the boy is the twins are planning to be brought to the palace, and they are saying that Tadenikawo has to come and perform that ritual, and they said, Queen Naomi vehemently refused that if she is not going to be there with him, that she's not going to release Tadenikawo. And with all these things put together now, they said one of the, the old man in the Ile-Ife has come, to let everybody know that, the day that this twin is going to be brought back to the palace, that it will be good for Tadenikawo to be there. Yes, that they want Tadenikawo to be on ground, and they also want Queen Naomi to be on ground, because why? It is a good thing that Tadenikawo returned to the palace, that they and Queen Naomi too, because if they don't return back to the palace, that things are not going to go well, because one, they said Queen Naomi and Oni are meant to be together. Yes, they said they are meant to be together, but some people are saying that Queen Naomi has she's not the first now to leave Oni. Oni has married different women before in the past that has left. Why is Queen Naomi also special? Why is her own so important? After all, other women too that left, they have their own children. Despite the fact that they are not male children, they are female, but then they are children. Of course, they still left the palace. So why is Queen Naomi this special that they are saying that Queen Naomi must return back to the palace? And some persons are also saying that because Oni pay Queen Naomi's bride price and everything, and of course Queen Naomi is not the only one that Oni has paid, her bride price, and yet they left. So why is Queen Naomi, this particular, like Queen Naomi, this special? What is so special about her that different people are coming to say that she has to return back to the palace? Is it that they are Queen Naomi is the one bribing them, or what is going on? And they said, from what they said, this old man has said that the reason is that we know that Naomi is different from every other woman that's came to the palace. The reason is, one, she's a prophetess, she's an anointed woman of God, and from findings, they discovered that spiritually it's like they are meant to be, like Queen Naomi is meant to be in that palace. Queen Naomi is meant to reign with Oni, like she's meant to stay with Oni all through the reign in the palace. But her not being in the palace is as if something serious, something big, something very important is missing out of the palace. It's not. Some people are saying maybe it's because of Tadenikawo, but this old man have come to say that it's not because of Tadenikawo. That is where people miss it. Each time they say Queen Naomi and Tadenikawo should return back to the palace, the next thing they will say, hey, it's because of Tadenikawo. After all, Tadenikawo as a priest is not the first person, like as a prince now, he will not be the first person to live outside the palace. There are many princes that have stayed outside the palace. Yes, even from our home movies, we watch severally where we see the prince, staying outside the palace. But when they have come of age, or when it's time to be crowned a king, or maybe they said, like some culture where the next king, after the demise of the king, it is the first son that will take over the kingship. You will see that they will go and search for the king, look for wherever the person is, and they will now go and bring the prince and crown him king. So why is Naomi this special? Why is Tadenikawo very special? And they said this man is just saying that because of the spiritual implication, that there are things, that Naomi represents some kind of thing in the palace, that her symbol there in the palace represents so many things. Yes, and that is why they said they are meant, Naomi and Ooni are meant to be together. They are meant to rule together. Yes, in that palace. Even if Ooni has other wives, even if he has chosen to marry as many wives as he wants to, but the presence of Naomi being in that palace alone is something, is very, very important. That is what they said this old man is hammering on, that the presence of Naomi there, it has a lot to do, with Oni and his kingship, that kind of a thing. And they said Oni himself was not even seeing this thing as much important to him. If Naomi choose to return back, fine. If she's insisting that she's not going to come back, but of course, he has said that, some time ago, allegedly, all these are alleged stories, so they are not for sound information. Please, they are alleged, like alleged stories. They are not for sound information. Please, as we hear it, we also come here and, also say the way we hear it. So this is the news that is making round now. That is why I said I will come here and also, as I heard it, I said, no, I will also come here and say it. So they said Queen Naomi, Oni is like, saying that if she does not want to return back to the palace, of course there is nothing he can do about it. But meanwhile, he is also very hopeful, and he's also very optimistic that Queen Naomi is going to come back to the palace. And we also know there was a time where some elders were saying that she will not come back to the palace again because of what she has done. That what she did was an abomination, for her to return back to the palace and everything. But one thing I do know is that if she is actually destined, like what people have been saying, that she's destined to remain in the palace, she's destined to reign with the king. Of course, nobody is against it. If it is, she's destined for it, of course she will definitely come back, except if she's not destined for it, for her to come back. But if it is in her destiny that she will return to the palace, definitely she's going to return back to the palace. So these are the things that, the speculations and the allegation going up and down right now. And they said, especially with the arrival of this twin now, that they want them to return to the palace, that Tadenikawo has to be in that palace. Tadenikawo has to, live in the palace with his siblings, especially as the eldest right now, because he has gotten a younger brother. And for the younger brother to come like that, it shows, they said Tadenikawo has to return back, because there are a lot of things that Tadenikawo ought to have been doing by now. Yes, even though he's still a minor, there are things, traditions, there are things that traditionally, there are things that Tadenikawo is supposed to be doing, like, carry out some rituals, some ceremonies like that, just to show that he's actually participating in the events and the things that are happening in the palace. But as far as he's not there right now and he's not participating in all those things, they said the possibility of him becoming a king in the future is kind of is not guaranteed, because not until he comes to the palace and is joining in doing those things that they are doing, that it will not be him becoming the king will not be guaranteed. Because obviously, if the brother that is coming to the palace now, the new prince that just arrived now, if he's in the palace and is participating in everything, is always on ground doing everything, of course now automatically he can be the king, he can be appointed as the next king, which is very possible. It's not a must, like what I heard, that in Yoruba land, it's not a must that the first son will be the one that will take over the kingship. It is the person that the gods has appointed. Yes, the favorite of the gods, or the person that find favor with the gods, is the one that becomes the king. Yes, is the one that becomes the Oni of Ile-Ife kingdom. So it's not by the first being the firstborn or so. So when I even heard this, I was like, wow, if it's not by the firstborn, so it means Tadenikawo has of course Tadenikawo can live anywhere. It's not a must he actually live in the palace, because if the mom does not even want him to be become an Oni in future, so be it now. So and again they said Queen Naomi has been saying that why he's guiding his son, why he's protecting him so much, because of who Tadenikawo is. So my people, this is the report that get to us allegedly. These are all alleged stories, they are not for sound information. Okay, it's the news making round. As we hear it, we also come here and drop it here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for standing by. I love you. I appreciate you. God bless you, and have a great day.